I'm Duncan Smith, and I'm from Redondo Beach, California. I've been attached to a Warrior Transition Battalion for almost 2 years here at Fort Sam Houston. I had my third spine surgery before I got involved with the Center for the Intrepid, is where we do our recovery. And then I got involved with the rec therapy program there. And that's what Pause for Purple Hearts works with, the rec therapy program. So I'm wanting to say I didn't start until March, April, May, roughly around that time frame of 2019. So I had already been there longer than I thought. When I was medevaced back from Syria and Iraq, I would maybe need a surgery and then I would be going home soon. And here it was like October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and I'm still there. I had 3 surgeries. So San Antonio, Fort Sam Houston isn't my post, so I didn't have like a group of friends or a social group, or I'm just, a soldier recovering in the barracks. So I saw this as an opportunity. And again, it's just the type I like to volunteer. It was a great opportunity, and I was super excited that there was the partnership between CFI's Rec Therapy and Pause for Purple Hearts. The first interaction was great. Well, again, the first part was more of a selfish nature. It's like, I don't care what it is, I get to hang out with dogs, and whatever we're gonna do. So, and I didn't really have an idea of the structure of so I was completely fine with let's just lay on the ground and cuddle with the dogs, that kind of a thing. And of course, it's more than that. It's like, we're learning and we're helping them learn, and we're like repeating commands that they've either worked on that week, or we're reinforcing training that they've had. So that was interesting for me. But again, it was one of those, whatever it is, if we were just going to sit there for an hour, and if I got to pet a dog, I would be okay with it. It's given me an incredible, it gives me because it's a weekly program. If I'm lucky, I can get in. When we were doing the Mondays and Tuesdays, I would be able to get in. It's just more time with puppies, more time to see the crew and the staff. So it was something to look forward to, because otherwise your day-to-day is your next medical appointment, or your next, rehab or recovery training, OT, PT, that. So this was something that is, and it's also beneficial for me physically, because, I have some nerve dysfunction, so it feels good to like touch the dogs and pet the dogs. So it is kind of therapeutic and helpful for me, but it's therapeutic in that nature of, it's selfish. I want to hang out with the dogs, but by hanging out with the dogs, it makes me feel better. It helps reset my situation or whatever I might be going through at the time. So it doesn't matter what we're doing if we're just kind of it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's okay.
Very funny.
As long as we're just spending time with the dogs, it's great, Again, I didn't have any expectations going into it. Heather, the head of rec therapy at the Center for the Intrepid, told me about the opportunity when I started working with them. She thought it would be, great for me to, participate in something. And again, that's a part of your rehab and recovery program. And I was like, sure, definitely. Let's hang out with some dogs. Had no clue what to expect. So it wasn't really a surprise, but it was just it was nice to realize it was a little bit more organized than just hanging out and cuddling with dogs. I don't think I was expecting to participate as much in reinforcing the commands, which was, nice. It was a great learning experience, and made it more purposeful in our participation other than just hanging out, free playtime. It was, you're learning a little bit, but then you're also, participating in a purpose. No, definitely if you're considering it, I would say, even if you're not considering it, go check it out, learn about it. I mean, obviously if you're not a huge fan of dogs or if you're allergic to them, it may not be for you. But even if you don't have any experience with dogs or anything like that, it's it's a super chill and easy program. You learn some things, you do some things, you participate, make some friends, 4-legged ones, 2-legged ones. So it seems like a no-brainer and win-win. And it's like, the worst that can happen after a few hours, you just have some dog hair on you and you decide to come back or you don't. They should know it's more than just, training service dogs. So of course, if you're training a dog, a service animal, somebody needs that animal. But the unique thing about this program is it's a full circle program of veterans that are wounded, helping to reinforce the training of dogs that'll go on to help other wounded veterans that actually need those dogs. So you kind of actually feel a part of the whole program, and you're assisting the dog, and then you're also assisting the wounded veteran that'll be the recipient of the amazing Paws for Purple Hearts dog. So I think that kind of sets it apart from other programs. And not to get me wrong, if you need a service dog, you need a service dog. But for me, it just being a military guy, a big fan of dogs, and so it just seems like you're helping out, and it just kind of closes the loop. Well, if you're into dogs and if you're into helping veterans, I mean, you can't beat it. It's one of those. It's a great organization that helps dogs that are in training that will go on to be service dogs for wounded veterans. Granted, there are lots of service dogs organizations out there, but I mean, if you have a passion or a weak spot in your heart for dogs and veterans, it's a great organization to help out with and benefit, because there are a lot of veterans out there for whatever reason could benefit from a service dog, and this program is exactly, that's their mission. And it also helps other veterans that may not need a service dog, but to participate in the program and be a part of it. Oh yeah. It means a lot to me, because again, it goes back to purpose. I've been here almost 2 years, and my sole purpose in life is to recover, heal. So it's just been very much an inward focused mission. So to participate in something like this, and the meaning to help out other veterans, it just kind of, it gives you another, not outlet, but some other, meaning in your life to be a part of something, again, that's bigger than just you sitting around healing. It gives more to your day-to-day world. Once a week I'm maybe spending an hour or two with the dogs, but still that's something better than just sitting in your room and doing whatever stretches or hand exercises or going to the next appointment or just sitting around. So it is again very therapeutic for the soldier or service member that's participating, that's not the actual recipient. But the saving thing for me is, hey, you got to give me a mission or a purpose, or I'm just going to kind of not feel like my normal self. And then that's the whole psychology of, increasing healing of soldiers and whatnot, is to give them a purpose. There's all kinds, there's probably 1,000 different angles you can approach this which is great about Paws for Purple Hearts, is because you're pulling in wounded veterans to help train dogs that'll go be. I mean, it's just a never-ending circle. You couldn't beat it. Whether it's dogs, veterans, and children. People are gonna love those things that are helping out. In this case, I'm the child, and I get to play with the dog that helps the veteran.